김재한의 비밀 노트. 오늘도 제 옆에 새로운 한 분이 계시는데요. 우리 IJGA의 아담 프로님이십니다. 주니어 선수들을 많이 가르치고 오랜 기간 동안에 이런 노하우들을 갖고 있는데, 과연 우리 아담 프로님은 어떤 분인지 본인이 직접 소개 한번 여러분께 드리도록 하고, 그리고 우리 아담 프로님의 노하우를 들어보는 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 네.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Adam McKinley. I'm one of the directors of instruction here at IJGA. I'm primarily a performance coach. I helped players to be able to perform under pressure and to be able to use the skills that they learn in training in competitive environments. So today we'll be helping you to learn some pre, in and post-shot routines that will help you to be able to transfer your range skills onto the course.
우리 골프 선수들이 가장 궁금해하는 게 일단 기본적으로 심리적인 부분도 상당히 많이 있습니다. 특히 그 심리적인 부분에서 샷을 하기 전에 또는 샷을 하는 중간에, 샷을 하고 난 뒤에 이런 나쁜 생각이나 이런 것들을 어떻게 극복하고 어떤 요령으로 훈련하면 좋은 선수가 되는지 우리 아담 프로님께서 한번 설명을 해주시도록 하겠습니다.
So one of the most important things is to understand that our brains don't passively experience the world. They actively try and create it. So they use memories and experiences to be able to predict the future. And this is particularly important for junior golfers because they often tend to focus on the negatives and the things that they've done poorly. And their parents can often reinforce this. So they end up storing all of the negative memories, which leads to more anxiety in future situations. So what we try and teach you is a routine that helps you to store the memories correctly. So it's focusing on either what you did well or the solutions to what you did poorly. If you do this, we can diminish the amount of anxiety and performance anxiety that you experience and also accelerate your learning. Okay, so one of the most important things is shot selection. So what we do is a pre-shot routine is we try and ask ourselves a similar set of questions. So here we've got a pitch in front of us. The first thing that we've got to do is to be able to assess the lie. So again, with a pitch shot, I need to work out, do I need to hit the ball first or the ground first? Does the ball need to come out faster or slower, higher or lower, or with more spin or less spin? Once we ask ourselves these questions, we can then start to picture and visualize the shot. So once I've determined the shot that I need to hit, I then need to start my pre-shot routine. So what that involves is first acknowledging the state. Am I anxious, excited, nervous? So the first thing is to acknowledge the state and then to be able to calm it. Generally we use breathing techniques. So whilst I'm visualizing the shot, I then take a few deep breaths in. Once I've managed my state and I'm in a good situation and I'm able to execute the shot freely, I can then move in and to be able to start my in-shot routine. Perfect. So when we're over the ball, our conscious brain doesn't actually control much of our movement pattern. So what we want to try and do is to keep the conscious brain occupied on what we need to do, while the subconscious part of the brain, which is the clever bit, is able to hit the ball. One of my favorite ways to be able to train this is to get the students to be able to speak out exactly what they need to do. So when I move into the shot, for me, I'm going to line this shot up. I visualize the shot. I now walk in explaining exactly what I'm going to do. So I put the club head behind the ball, focus on the target, pick an intermediate target. Again, focus on the ball again, pick the intermediate target, have a waggle. As I then move the shot, I'm focusing on the top half of the swing, so it'll be top. And then as I make contact with the ball, I'm going to say hit, and then I'm going to finish the shot. If I've consciously got things that I need to do, it doesn't allow errant thoughts to come into my mind. So as long as I'm going through that process, I can consciously control exactly what I need to do. Okay, so once I've hit the shot, I have 2 seconds after that to be able to store a memory. So if the shot was good, I want to focus in on the shot that I've done and to be able to celebrate it. Our brains use emotions in order to be able to do this. So once I've hit a good shot, I'll feel a positive emotion. I must enjoy that emotion and store it. That helps me to be able to remember things in future. If like that one, I've hit the shot a little bit heavy, what I then want to do is to program into my brain the solution. So again, for me, what I would then focus on is what I should have done. So once I've hit a shot that I potentially didn't like, I then focus on remembering what I should have done and then moving on. So I'm always storing either the positive emotions of the good shot or the solution to what I should have done in the first place. So I really enjoy working with Korean golfers, particularly because of their morals and values. They tend to be very hardworking, very respectful, they're very coachable, they listen to information well, and they also tend to be good under pressure. So I really enjoy working with Koreans.
Okay, then what will be the weak point of the Korean student, if there is any?
So I guess some of them can be overly technical, that they focus on spending a lot of time just working on the range, perfecting their swings. That whilst that's super important, you know, you need to be able to win tournaments. So there's a lot of different sort of nuanced skills that you need to be developed, particularly competitive skills. So I would say probably too much of a technique focus and not enough competitive skills would maybe be a potential weakness.
아담 맥키네이 같은 경우에는요, 스코틀랜드에서 가장 오래된 기숙학교이자 영국의 최고의 독립골프 아카데미인 로레터 스쿨에서 골프 디렉터로 근무했습니다. 그는 특히 이 멘토링이나 코칭, 영감을 주는 이런 멘탈 코치에 좀 더 집중을 해서 장기적인 성공에 필요한 수행과 기술을 개발하고 돕는 데 집중하고 있습니다. 자, 여러분들의 구독과 좋아요 부탁드리도록 하겠습니다.